My name is Miss Baker and I'm a DCPS music teacher. Today I'm here to bring you your DCTV music lesson. This lesson is designed for high school students but can be used by people of any age. Before we continue, it will help to have a writing tool and paper to capture your ideas. As you know, music serves many purposes. Music has social and emotional power. It can transform thoughts, feelings, and relationships. Today's lesson is about soundscapes. The definition of a soundscape is the sounds heard in a particular location considered as a whole. In other words, a soundscape is all the sounds you hear in one place, including natural sounds, human sounds, and the way they interact, like the sound of a person jumping in a puddle. The study of soundscapes is called acoustic ecology. People often study the impact of human-created noise pollution on soundscapes and on the health of humans and the environment. Sound is all around us, and music can be made using everyday objects. Today, let's consider how improvisation can be a tool for communicating your unique perspective and emotional life. We'll begin by listening more attentively to our surroundings, and then we'll explore how you can structure your ideas into your own original soundscape creations that relate to you. Okay, it's time for our first activity. Can you identify these three sounds? Right, ocean waves crashing on rocks. Sound number 2. Of course, birds chirping. Third sound. So you might think that's also water, but it's actually the sound of wind in the trees. All right, time for our second activity. Imagine describing where you are right now, not by how it looks, but by how it sounds. An interesting way you can do this is to listen to an ever-expanding circle of sound. You may want to repeat this activity after this video. First, focus on the sounds of your own body. Stay there for a few moments to really notice. Then expand your focus to the sounds in your room. And again, stay for a moment to notice all the sounds in the room, even very soft sounds. Then expand to hear the sounds in your home or space. And then keep going outside and then to the farthest sounds you can hear. Here are some questions for you to consider. How is your soundscape different today than it was a month ago? How does your soundscape change with the seasons? Are there sounds in your environment that bother you? Are there sounds you find comforting? Now, I love to go for walks along the banks of local rivers like the Potomac River and the Anacostia River. In the winter, I love to hear the squeak of snow under my shoes. In the fall, I love to hear the way the dry leaves crunch under my feet. In the spring, I love to hear the sound of frogs chirping. People love sounds from nature so much that there are all kinds of apps that people listen to, soundscapes to relax or fall asleep, sounds like ocean waves or gentle rain or frogs chirping. Musicians sample each other's music, and they sample all kinds of sound clips, but they also sample sounds from nature. One famous example is the song After Hours by A Tribe Called Quest. The lyrics are a poem about warm summer nights that leave you feeling good. In the second verse, Q-Tip rhymes, I hear the frogs and the smashing of bottles. A car revs up and I hear it throttle. At the end of the song, you can actually hear a sample of frogs chirping. maybe you can find other examples. And maybe from now on, you'll notice when you listen to the song if there are sample sounds from nature or of human living. All right, the next step is to spend a little time thinking about how different sounds make you feel. How do you feel when you hear a gentle rain or a downpour? How do you feel when you hear a car alarm go off or a truck beeping as it reverses? How do you feel when you hear a sauce bubbling on the stove or a door slamming? Now, you're going to choose a place that you're familiar with, like a restaurant, a store, or a park. What sounds would you hear? How many can you think of? Can you make a list? Did you think of sounds that you don't typically notice? What feelings do those sounds elicit? When you imagine sounds inside your head, it's called audiation. Again, what feelings come up when you imagine these sounds? Now let's use beatboxing as a metaphor. With beatboxing, your lips, teeth, tongue, breath, hands, feet imitate the sounds of a percussion or a drum set. In the same way, your body and any objects you have with you right now can be used to create an imaginary soundscape. You can think of a place, use a photograph, a poem, or a story for inspiration. And if you want, you can organize your soundscape into a piece of music with a beginning, a middle, with patterns, repeat and change, and an end. The sounds can be loud or soft, slow or fast to create contrast. You can have many sounds at the same time or only a few, which changes the texture. Different types of sound create different tone colors. The sounds can create an image of a place, and they can create a feeling or a mood. Are there people who can make the sounds with you? Notice you don't require any technology to do this activity. So, step 1, choose a place or a mood or an image, an idea or a poem. Find your inspiration. Step 2, create a list of possible sounds. Step 3, think of how you can create, sample, or record each sound. Be creative, but keep it simple. If you have access to a digital device, you can do a search for soundscapes, and you'll find natural soundscapes and ones created by people. You can use your device to sample, mix, layer, and record sounds. Thank you for watching. Again, I'm Miss Baker, and I hope you have a musical day.